Nice to have you back. Welcome to part 2 of our middleware discussion. What is blockchain as a service?
It's another acronym for the use of having acronyms. So you've got platforms as a service, you've got software as a service, you've got BaaS, blockchain as a service. Essentially, it's a really simple concept. It's a cost-effective way of using blockchain where you're not intending to do it in-house. So if a company decides to have their own blockchain strategy and build their own stuff in-house, they're not going to use BaaS. But if somebody wants to utilize a decentralized app that we have, Omnitude ID, if they want to use any number of our certificates, if they want to use a third-party blockchain solution that's coming through our middleware layer, they will be using us as a cost-effective integration to get the benefits of this software. Blockchain as a service. So there are no massive fees to plug it in. There are running costs and there are some management fees, and that's it. So we're not going to be looking at doing any large onboarding, any large priced updates. It's a very simple plug and play solution that is then charged on a merit of transactional volume. So blockchain as a service, I went on a bit of a waffle there. Blockchain
No,
as a
service. That's good. I genuinely want to know what it is.
Well, that's what it is. So BaaS, however you want to call it, blockchain as a service is a cost-effective way of businesses using a third-party blockchain solution.
Can you give us some broad examples without letting the cat out of the bag too much?
Okay.
Can you give us some examples of how the systems that we've got can be applied?
Okay, so there are a number of businesses that we are talking to that I think people in our Telegram channel will be aware of the ideas of the stuff we're planning to do. This ranges from provenance of product through to customer identity and identity management, and a whole host of other means and benefits within these platforms. What we're doing, what is really common across all of them, is we have our core layer, the middleware, and then the applications within that. And actually, it's a very little change from the core product in each scenario. So we go to a business, we enable the middleware layer to get their existing data systems talking, and that data, as it's pushed, pulled, or merged, can create insight, but being governed or managed or used by these applications that sit on top of the middleware. So one example is a sporting company, and they have a large number of databases and a large number of entities beneath it, and it's understanding which customer is using which system, and behaving and interacting with these systems in different ways. So what we could do is utilize the Omnitude ID to allow these businesses to identify a single entity and how they engage with these pieces of data to better inform a one-to-one marketing solution. We could use the Omnitude ID with our certificates of authenticity, ownership, possession, to look at a ticketing solution by where we can expand and open up a secondary ticket marketplace, so you as the consumer are protected and are only buying authentic tickets, but equally not getting ripped off by these large resellers who shall remain nameless for this video. Provide a larger opportunity for our client to identify who the people in that secondary market are, so they can grow their fan base, they can grow their audience, and if you, the consumer, choose to let the team or the entity know who you are by sharing your preferences through your Omnitude ID, you can earn rewards and benefits by sharing that information with the company. And then the benefit to us is the more it's used, the more data is transferred across the system, the higher transactional volume there is, the better off we all are as e-com holders, and customers needing to pay us for that transactional revenue.
I mean, the interesting thing about that, I think, is it sounds quite confusing, but in this new digital world, there are a lot of middlemen now these complex systems of transmitting value, whether it's a supply chain or whether it's ticketing or whether it's anything else. There's an awful lot of middlemen involved in the process now. Middleware, well, it sounds strange, but middleware can help cut out the middleman. And so it gives, just as you said, these businesses that are using these systems a much clearer idea of who their end customer is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which they don't have currently, because there are so many different platforms that get in the way, or middlemen that get in the way, that obscure that clarity. And so by having that clarity, you can build a better business because you've got better data.
Yeah. I think if we go back to one of the previous videos, Martin Braum said, "Isn't life a supply chain?" And I think all of our minds were slightly blown by that.
Yes.
He's not entirely wrong. I think it's a value chain. You know, something starts here and ends here, and it might be a path to purchase. It could be moving a product from here to here. It could be understanding how people integrate with a website, an app, an entire ecosystem of scenarios. And what we're able to do is provide our customers the toolkit to understand every part of that. They don't necessarily own every part of it, but they can understand it and allow our users the ability to control what they share with the people wanting to access that information. So this is, it's revolutionary. You know, there's not an environment where I can go on and say, you can only have my email address, but that will cost you X amount, or offer me a discount on your next season's shirt, or whatever it might be, and that is creating a change in both consumer behaviour, marketing behaviour, brands behaviour, software companies like us. It will change our behaviour, but ultimately, you know, coming at it where we're looking to add value to our business, to our clients, and to you as the users. It's a very, very rare opportunity where we've got this virtuous triangle where everybody can win out of the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to wind this up now and have a nice cup of tea, aren't we?
Cup of rosy.
Nice cup of tea. So, you know, I think it's time for us to sign off, and I hope we've been informative, or as informative as we can be. We've certainly been chatty. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to leave this man to say goodbye for himself. So thank you for watching.
Goodbye for himself. Cheers.